Chapter 135. Demon Nie Yurou. In the middle of the room, Nie Tian exhaled a deep breath of turbid air and put away the 12 silver needles. Mr. Nie, my yuan veins are recovered. Qiushan looked at his body internally and found that the 9 yuan veins had recovered, and the shock in his heart was unparalleled, written on his face. Nie Tian only inserted 12 silver needles into his hands, feet, shoulders, back, femur, and knees, and then he felt a tingling sensation in his body, and a few moments later, when Nie Tian pulled out all the silver needles, his yuan veins were restored. Everything was too amazing. Qiushan couldn't even imagine how Nie Tian had done it. He had to know that Qiushan had asked many alchemists to cure his dark disease, and all of them thought it was incurable and even advised Qiushan to give up. Such a persistent disease, in Nie Tian's hands, is as casual as eating and drinking water, 3 or 2 needles, and healed. Qiushan did not know that the technique Nie Tian used was a silver needle acupuncture point, a mastery that had been lost in ancient times. Nie Tian was also inadvertently obtained from ancient books. The silver needle acupuncture point basically can heal all yuan vein injuries, not to mention damaged yuan veins, even if the yuan veins are broken, can also be healed under the silver needle acupuncture point. With a bland face, Nie Tian smiled and said, "Qiushan, your yuan's vein has been healed." At this moment, the power accumulated within the pubic region is very sufficient. So the next period will see your strength skyrocket. You'd better have a mental preparation. Akiyama's yuan vein had been damaged for 25 years, and during that time, his strength had not increased in the slightest. However, Akiyama did not stop cultivating, expecting a miracle to happen. For 25 years, the heaven and earth spiritual energy that Qiushan had absorbed had accumulated in his pubic region and had not been absorbed by his yuan vein. Now that the yuan vessel was restored, the spiritual energy of heaven and earth was like a flood that was bound to bring a qualitative rise in Qiushan's strength. Nie Tian estimated that with Qiushan's qualifications, in a month, after the yuan vein finished digesting the heaven and earth spiritual energy in his pubic region, his strength would at least reach the giant spirit realm, and he might even be able to hit the higher ranks of the giant spirit realm. Qiushan at this time is 10,000 elephants 1 strength, but this is the strength of 25 years ago. He used to be the newcomer king of Bajuan, and his martial arts qualifications are superior. To raise 1 major realm in 25 years was already Nie Tian's most conservative estimate for Qiushan. Mr. Nie. With a sudden solemn face, Qiushan knelt on 1 knee in front of Nie Tian and said aloud, "Sir's great kindness to Qiushan has nothing to repay. Please, sir, let Akiyama accompany you, and Akiyama would like to serve you with the courtesy of a master and servant." When Akiyama finished speaking, he knelt deeply. He had said that if Nie Tian was able to cure his dark illness, he was willing to serve Nie Tian with the rights of a master and servant for 10 years. However, he now understood that being able to follow Nie Tian was not a bad thing, but rather a great good thing in the sky. Qiushan had the idea of worshipping Nie Tian as his master, but when he thought that even a Dandao genius like Zhang Yifeng could only serve Nie Tian as a named disciple, he dismissed the idea. If he could stay by Nie Tian's side, Qiushan would be satisfied, even if it meant being a follower of the latter. When Nie Tian saw how sincere Qiushan was, he couldn't refuse, so he gestured for the latter to get up and said, "Qiushan, I don't object if you want to stay by my side. But we are not master and servant, but friends." Qiushan was stunned, not expecting Nie Tian to say that, which immediately gave him a feeling of flattered. To be able to become friends with someone like Nie Tian, Akiyama couldn't ask for more. "Many thanks, sir." Qiushan stood up and bowed. Nie Tian smiled lightly and suddenly thought of something and said, "Qiushan, I'm going to be away from the Golden Mansion for a while next, so you'll be in charge of my 9th sister's safety during my absence. Is that okay?" "Where's Sir going?" Qiushan faintly stared. Nie Tian didn't hide it and said, "Debao's situation isn't good. I must find a way to suppress the divine devil's 3,000 seals within a month." Qiushan nodded and solemnly said, "Sir, don't worry. Qiushan will protect Miss Yurou's safety. Even if it means death, I will never let anyone harm Miss Yurou." I'm relieved to have you say that." Nie Tian smiled lightly and swirled around, pushing open the door to his room. Inside the small courtyard, Qiu Linger and Nie Yurou were waiting. The two girls were teasing the little brave, but unfortunately, the little boy was sleeping very deeply, and no matter how the two girls touched him, he wouldn't open his eyes. "Uncle Qiushan, are you done?" Qiu Ling was surprised to see Qiushan and Nie Tian walk out. "Miss Linger, Mr. Nie's technique is superb and unparalleled. I'm already well," Qiushan said with a nod. "Linger thanks big brother Nie Tian." Qiu Ling was grateful and excitedly said thanks. "Zwar thanks, brother Nie Tian." Over here, Nie Yurou also imitated Qiu Linger's voice and posture and said mischievously. Nie Tian stepped forward and pinched Nie Yurou's red little face, laughing, "Yurou, what are you thanking me for?" Nie Yurou hugged her little girl tightly, twinkling her big jewel-like eyes, and said seriously, "Thank you, brother Nie Tian, for giving Zoer the spirit pill. Zoer is already a Yuanling martial artist. You've awakened a Yuan spirit." Nie Tian exclaimed, his divine sense sweeping past Nie Yurou's body, his expression instantly becoming dumbfounded. "My goodness! How old are you, Zwar? You've awakened your Yuan spirit." Qiu Ling's was also stunned and shouted out loud. Qiushan, on the other hand, simply froze in place, completely dumbfounded. Nie Yurou's pink hand shook in front of Nie Tian and giggled, "Brother Nie Tian, what's wrong with you guys? Zoe is already 9 years old. Is it strange to awaken a primordial spirit? 9 years old. 9 years old. That's just evil." When Jean Debao awakened his spirit at the age of 10, the crowd already found it unbelievable, let alone when Nie Yurou awakened her spirit at the age of 9. The awakening of a martial artist's spirit requires the awakening of the 9 Yuan veins first. Generally speaking, there are less than 1 in 100 people who can awaken their 9 veins before the age of 20. Those who can awaken the 9 Yuan veins before the age of 15 are already rare geniuses. So Nie Tian is already the first genius of Mo Yang City when he awakens 9 Yuan veins at the age of 13. Nie Yurou awakened at the age of 9. This talent is comparable to Nie Tian in his previous life. In his previous life, the god of war, Nie Tian, also awakened his Yuan spirit at the age of 9. "Yurou, release your Yuan spirit, and let me take a look." Half a long time later, Nie Tian only slowed down, forcibly suppressed his inner shock, and said excitedly. Qiushan and Qiu Linger also stared at Nie Yurou, obviously very excited. A demon who had awakened a Yuanling at the age of 9, the Yuanling must be very terrifying. Nie Yurou's small mouth pouted, looking a bit coy, and said, "Can you not look at it?" Nie Tian, however, was even more interested and shook his head, "No." "All right then, you guys can't laugh at Zoer." Nie Yurou's small face puffed out, looking slightly embarrassed. She ran her Yuan power, and the Yuan spirit in her body was sensed, and a pink shadow appeared behind her. Nie Yurou released her Yuan spirit, and when the crowd saw the pink shadow behind her, they froze in unison.